Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachalam, pangum gangayati girim. Yat krupa tam aham vande, Shri Gurum Dinatarine. Hare Krishna. So today we'll see the last verse of the chapter 6. So Krishna, yesterday's verse, Krishna told that yesterday's verse we saw, Krishna told to Arjuna that a yogi is greater than Jnani, Tapasvi, and Jnani, Tapasvi, and Karmi. So try to become a yogi. But he also said that, but Krishna didn't exactly tell which yogi. So try to become yogi. So now Krishna will tell more details in today's verse. So let's see today's verse. Yoginamapi sarvesham
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां
madgatenantaratmana
मद्गतेऽन्तरात्मना
gatena anta atmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam
श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां
same yukta tamo mataha.
समे युक्ततमो मतः
Yoginamapi sarvesham
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां
madgatenantaratmana
मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना
shraddhavan bhajate yo mam
श्रद्धवान् भजते यो मां
same yukta tamo mataha.
समे युक्ता तमो मतः.
Please chant, Parth.
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धवान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमो मतः.
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धवान् भजते यो मां स मे युक्ततमो मतः.
योगिनाम् अपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां सामे योक्तातमो मतः.
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धवान् भजते यो मां स मे युक्तोतमो मतः.
So translation and purport of all the yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental service unto service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. Purport. The word bhajate is significant in this verse. Bhajate has its root in the verb bhaja, which is used when there is need of service. The English word worship cannot be used in the same sense as bhaja. Worship means to adore or to show respect or honor to worthy ones, but service with love and faith is especially meant for Supreme Personality of Godhead. One can avoid worshipping a respectable man or a demigod and may be called discourteous, but one cannot avoid serving the Supreme Lord without being thoroughly condemned. Every living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus every living entity is intended to serve the Supreme Lord by his constitutional position. Failing to do this, he fails down. Bhagavatam 11.5.3 confirm this as follow: Ye esham purusham sakshat atma prabhavan ishwaram na bhajanti avajananti sthana bhrashta patanti atha. Anyone who does not render service and neglects his duty to the primeval Lord, who is the source of all living entities, will certainly fall down from his constitutional position. In this verse, also word bhajanti is used. Therefore, bhajanti is applicable to Supreme Lord only, whereas the word worship can be applied to demigods or any other common living entity. The word avajananti used in these words of Srimad Bhagavatam is also found in Bhagavad Gita. Avajananti mama muda, only fools and rascals deride the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Such fools take it upon themselves to write commentaries on Bhagavad Gita without an attitude of service of the Lord. Consequently, they cannot properly distinguish between the word bhajanti and the word worship. The culmination of all kinds of yoga practice lies in bhakti yoga. All other yogas are but means to come to the point of bhakti in bhakti yoga. Yoga actually means bhakti yoga. All other yogas are progressions towards the destination of bhakti yoga. From the beginning of Karma Yoga to the end of Bhakti Yoga is a long way of self realization. Karma Yoga without fruitive activity is the beginning of this path. When Karma Yoga increases in knowledge and renunciation, that stage is called Jnana Yoga. The Jnana Yoga increases in meditation of the super soul on the super soul by different physical processes, and the mind is on him is called Ashtanga Yoga. And when one surpasses Ashtanga Yoga and comes to the point of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, it is called Bhakti Yoga, the culmination. Factually, Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate goal. But to analyze Bhakti Yoga minutely, one has to understand other yogas. The yogi who is progressive is therefore on the true path of eternal good fortune. One who sticks to the particular point and does not make further progress is called by a particular name: Karma Yogi, Jnana Yogi, Dhyana Yogi, Raja Yogi, Hatha Yogi, etc. If one is fortunate enough to come to the point of Bhakti Yoga, it is to be understood that he has surpassed all other yogas. Therefore, to become Krishna conscious is the highest stage of yoga. Just as when we speak of Himalayan, we refer to the world's highest mountains, of which highest peak Mount Everest is considered to be culmination. It is by great fortune that one comes to Krishna consciousness on the path of Bhakti Yoga to become well situated according to Vedic direction. The ideal yogi concentrates his attention on Krishna, who is Sham Sundar, who is as beautifully colored as cloud, whose lotus-like face is as effulgent as sun, whose dress is brilliant with jewels, and whose body is forward garlanded, illuminating all sides of is his gorgeous luster, which is called Brahma Jyotir. He incarnates in different forms such as Ram, Singha, Varaha, and Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he descends in human form as son of Mother Yashoda, and he is known as Krishna, Govinda, and Vasudeva. He is the perfect child, husband, friend, and master, and he is full of all opulences and transcendental qualities. If one remains fully conscious of these features of Lord, he is called highest yogi. The stage of highest perfection in yoga can be attained only by Bhakti Yoga, as confirmed in the Vedic literature. Yasya deva para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasyaite kathitha hi artha prakashante mahatmana. Only those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. Shvetashvara Upanishad 6.23. Bhaktir asya bhajanam tad iha mutropadhi nai Nairashena Mushinim Manha Kalpanam Etad Eva Nishkarmayam. Bhakti means devotional service to the Lord, which is free from desire for material profit. either in this life or in the next. Devoid of such inclinations, one should fully absorb his mind in the Supreme. The purpose of Naishkarmya, Gopal Tapanupanishad 1.15. These are some of the means of performance of bhakti or Krishna consciousness, the highest perfectional stage of yoga system. The same Bhaktivedanta purport to the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita in the matter of Dhyana Yoga. Yogi Namapi Sarvesham. So Krishna, after explaining to Arjuna that in all circuit situations, tried to become yogi, and now he is explaining who is the perfect yogi, who is the best Uttama, a yogi who concentrates his mind on him, means Krishna, and thinks of him, and bhajante, shraddhavan bhajante. So the word bhajante very important, as Srila Prabhupada mentions. And this bhajante is with great faith. So bhajante means serving, not worshipping. Worshipping is there we have mood which indicates that we consider that personality as superior and we look from opulent point of view. But in case of Krishna, the relationships are so intense that a yogi or a devotee, in this case, does not look Krishna as something opulent or like king or god. These are intimate relationships. So Krishna is explaining to Arjuna that uh, all the yogas that I have explained till now, right from the Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, they ultimately go to the point of super soul and then connection of the super soul with the supreme. So individual soul, super soul, and the supreme, and that is the purpose of all these yoga practices. So that's why in Puranas also we have 18 Puranas, right? So six for karma, people in mode of goodness, six for people in passion, six for ignorance. So the purpose of this, all the Vedas and Puranas, is to elevate the consciousness of the people. So some people are still in the consciousness in which they can do Karma Yoga, and then they have to do Nishkam Karma Yoga. Then they can go for Jnana Yoga, and after going to Jnana Yoga, they can understand the real knowledge. Then they will try to do Dhyana. Then they can some reach to Bhakti. So this is gradual path, progressive path, where the step by step and you progress to the higher level. But it is to be understood that this does not happen necessary in one lifetime. This may not happen in one lifetime. We may one lifetime or maybe n number of lifetimes we may spend in just doing the Nishkam Karma Yoga or just doing the Jnana Yoga. So it requires, so Krishna has mentioned in verse I think 43 or 44 that after many many births the yogi reaches the perfection. So after coming to the path of doing bhakti, then also it takes lot many many births. But before that, to reach that level, if we are going through the progressive path, takes so many births. If we are lucky, and if we have the mercy of devotees and Krishna, maybe in one lifetime we may go in progressive path. But now Krishna, as Srila Prabhupada emphasizes the word bhajante, to serving the Lord and thinking about the Lord, uh, and devoting our life to the God. So this is all part of Bhakti Yoga, right, where we directly approach the Supreme in the servitude mood and to serve the mood and serving mood without any profit for ourselves. So Krishna is telling that now indirectly that Arjuna, in all cases you have to become yogi, but in the yogis also you have need to serve the supreme with faith. So he explained that step by step you have to reach that stage, Arjuna. And now Krishna is taking the conversation that you can do step by step, or uh, you can do the bhakti yoga directly without going through all these paths. So Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport that one who starts the bhakti has or has already performed all the yogas. That's why he reaches that stage, as per these 2 3 shlokas that Krishna explaining. So maybe in this lifetime, if we get in touch with the devotees and we start bhakti yoga directly, the devotional service. So that means maybe in the next previous lifetime, somewhere we have done some yoga, some practice, that we came in contact with the devotees. So, or it is also mercy of Krishna that he may be putting us in touch with the devotees directly. So anyway, when we get in touch with the devotee, we can start the bhakti yoga. So now, till this chapter, Krishna has explained karma yoga, nishkam karma yoga, dhyana yoga, and then jnana yoga, and then dhyana yoga. And now Krishna will explain about the Bhakti Yoga. So the middle 6 chapters are about Bhakti. So now he will start explaining about, because he has to give details about this, right? Why abide in me, think of me within himself, render transcendental service unto me. So the question may come, why we have to unite with Krishna in yoga, and why that is highest. So now Krishna will explain all that in next 6 chapters, that why he is mentioning this. And so that is the main teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So that we will continue to see from the next chapter tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Any comments? Any comments, additions? These last 2 verses are very important because they direct towards the Bhakti Yoga. Krishna is directing towards the Bhakti Yoga. Okay, thank you very much. So let us start the Bhakti Yoga chapters from tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.